Welcome back to the Engineered Angler. It's like around 8 in the morning and it's about 32 degrees. It's freezing out. Lots of frost on the way here. I'm on the northern St. Johns River, and today is the first fishing day of the year for me. All the lure making is about fishing. That's why I make lures. So this is sort of a classroom session. I'm out here trying to figure out how to fish this area of the state. I don't know how to fish this river very well. And so my plan is this. I'm going to try to target areas that are super similar to what I'm used to. Shallow flats, grass flats, creek mouths, estuaries, grass islands, oyster bars if I can find them. I still got a little bit of hot coffee left from the drive, and I'm gonna ease my way over to that little bridge over there and just rig up my reels and play around, see if I can find a flounder up in there somewhere. So I've rigged up a little shad soft plastic in kind of a pearl and a white jig head. This is a 1/4 ounce jig head. I'm dealing with a little bit of current, just the turning of the tide. It's going to start moving in a little faster in a little bit. It's already moving. That's one of the differences of fishing the river, or any river really, from fishing the coastal area, Big Bend area. In this area, tidal current is kind of king, not to mention the depth. So we've got big depth ranges around here, where in the shallows of the Gulf Coast, you really don't get a whole lot of variation. It's a slow, gradual depth change. So I have to concentrate on being able to get to the bottom if I'm after a flounder. So that means heavier jig heads and a little less midwater action. So this is about 3 feet of water, and I'm trying to stick to kind of shallow water. That's what I'm used to, and pretty much my lures are designed for shallower water. I try to stick to what I know just for now, and then kind of expand out as I hopefully find some success. I'm always surprised to see like properties right on water without a dock. No boat parked out back, nothing. Why pay all those property taxes and not take advantage of what you actually have? I'm just gonna ease under this bridge with the current, no trolling motor on, and see if I can attract a bite. I'm not much of a bridge fisherman. I've done it, but I'm not a really happy bridge fisherman because you get tangled up on so much, and there's usually a million lines down there from other people getting tangled up. But I have to say, when I do fish it, I have had some really good luck, caught some really good fish, especially in the Keys. It's really shallow. I'm surprised. You can see the bubbles moving with the current and then in the eddy against the current. It's pretty weird. I finally left Trout River and moved through those 3 bridges, but I had to spend some time stuck behind this railroad bridge. It took a while for the stream to pass and the bridge to finally swing open, and then into St. Johns River proper, finally getting to the south end of Goat Island. A pretty little island. Be a nice place to camp if you can put up with all the river traffic. All the way at the end of the island, and I think I'm going to drift back a little ways just to see if I can work kind of the contours here a little bit. So far, absolutely zilch. I got to keep reminding myself that I just don't know this area, and I'm going to have to like be really calm, really patient, and work every area I think might actually hold fish. We're over here in a manatee zone, and really nice looking shoreline over here. I'm gonna go ahead and play around there. There's some nice sandy areas, hoping that there might be some flounder close to the edge. I'm definitely spooking fish as I go along. I see these little mud clouds coming up. I don't know if it's good fish or just some mullet or what. I'm gonna try to keep this thing on the bottom. I'm hoping for some nice winter flounder. I have this urge just to sort of beach up and just to do a little exploring. and I found nothing along this shoreline, so I decided to make a big move, somewhere a lot less like what I'm used to, and a lot more like what I see people fish out here on the St. John's, this big rock wall. Let's try this rock shoreline. There's the big loading derricks, and there's a big old ship right there unloading vehicles. So this ought to be fun. So we're in about 20 feet of water right where the boat is sitting, but it shallows up pretty quickly. So what I'm doing is letting the lure drop all the way down to the bottom. And the way I know that it's on the bottom, if you watch the line coming off the tip of the rod, you can see it go slack all of a sudden. That's because the lure's on the bottom. So you just give it a couple taps, watch the line, boom, it went slack. That's the bottom. And the closer I get to the boat with the lure, the longer it takes for it to hit bottom, because we're in deeper water out here. So I know I said that I was going to try to target areas that were sort of similar to the places I normally fish, and here I am next to a big rock wall in a big industrial area, so I guess I lied, but this just looked so good. I am working my way to some creeks. I haven't even seen any fish jumping. I haven't seen mullet jumping. I haven't seen any sign of any kind of small schools of fish or anything. No bait being pushed around or anything. I finally worked my way around to my kind of territory, some shallow creeks. Alright, finally, we're hooked up with something. See what it is. I'm hoping it's a flounder. We'll have to go back to the lee of that little grass island and catch some more if it is, but nope. What do we got? A little trout. Alright. Alright, nice little fish. Let's put him back. Ooh! Pinned us down with a power pole right here on the downside of this little island. I think the fish are just waiting for stuff to follow the current, ambushing right here, so we're gonna fish right in here. We're hooked up again, just one cast afterwards. I think we're in the right spot. I would love to take home some fish. Another trout. These are fat trout. He's not very big. Oh, he's 14. Just a little small. Have a good life, brother. Again, come on. We need at least a 16-incher or two. Alright. Got another one. Hoping it's bigger, but it doesn't feel like it's bigger. Ah, another small one. Alright. Even smaller, even. Pretty fish though, even when they're little. See ya. They're really hugging the bottom, probably because of the current. So they don't really hit it until it touches the bottom. Alright, switch to a slightly lighter head and a different color fluke. Something a little more like a mud minnow color. Let's see what we find. These guys make me a little crazy. They bite like crazy for a minute and then they stop. And then I catch one and it's too small. So, trying to dial in what exactly is going on here. In the meantime, the wind is just absolutely howling. I can't believe it. Oh, that felt like a good bite. I think he just grabbed it and let it go. We're hooked up. Just needed to drift down a little bit. Might have to pin down here. This guy feels a little heavier. Oh yeah. At least Oh, he got off right in front of me. Nice. All right. Let's pin down here. There's a swirl right here where the current sort of just meanders back and forth, and I think they're hanging out there. It's cool that I'm actually into one species. It's kind of rare. There we go. Yeah, I think we found him again. Oh, come on, quit jumping. Just like 14 inches again. Oh, no, it's a ladyfish. Should have known. Should have known by the jumps. All right. Oh, gotta get them off the boat quick before they crap on everything. All right. All right, at least there's action. I'm not taking anything home, I guess. Let's see what happens here. Now the current swirls again out in front of that point, that grass point. So if this dies down, which it seems like it might have, we'll go ahead and drift down there some more. That would have to be a plan for another day. The current was really ripping out, and I was a little bit afraid of getting caught stuck on the bottom with an outgoing tide, so I decided it was time to start heading back. It was a long, winding path out of the creeks, and even after I left the creeks, it was still a long ways up the river back to the boat launch. But I had a good time, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching me try to learn to fish the St. Johns River. This won't be my last trip to the St. Johns, and if you're still interested in watching me fish, you can watch me fish the Gulf of Mexico with my own lures by clicking on the video that's on the screen right now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.